welcome. Welcome to Virtual Voices. I'm your host, Jay Rose, and we've got a very, very, very special night. Leah B took the day off, and we've got a special guest host. She is a very good friend of ours, a fellow creative, a fellow grinder in the creative community, and you've been doing a lot, Dara. So please welcome our special guest host, Dara Kalima.
Hello. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited. Let's go. Go.
Thank you. Listen, Leah was like, "Hey, girl, I'm not gonna be there next Friday," and I was like, "Girl, I am not doing this alone again because last time I tried and I was a hot mess." I was like, "Please find somebody to help me," and she was like, "Don't worry, I know Dara will be perfect for it." And I was like, "Hell yeah!" So thank you so much, Dara. I'm so honored for you to be guest hosting with us tonight. So without further ado, let's get it started. I know usually Leah does the rules and regulations, so break it down for the people.
Awesome. So the rules and regulations. This is a safe space. Like safe space. This is pro LGBTQIA community. This is pro Black Lives Matter. This is not a space for hate speech. So get that right. Come correct on that one. So each performer gets 5 minutes to perform. So if your poem is like super short, then you can shove another one behind that. But if your poem is sizable, that's like one poem. But it's 5 minutes either way. 5 minutes, okay? So then make sure you follow each other because this is a community. This is a whole national, international movement. So make sure you following the people who are popping up and we will drop their hashtags and all that information. We'll be dropping their handles and all their information. So make sure you are following and connecting. For those of you watching on Facebook and on YouTube, make sure you share the video, make some noise, comment for those lines in which you love, because then we'll be able to share that. And it gives a lot of great feedback for the performers. Since we're not all together, we want to know we're together. And we know that because you left a comment. So drop them comments in the box down there. Making sure I'm following the notes properly too. Make sure you stay close. If you're performing, make sure you stay close to the microphone. The worst thing you want to hear is someone that sounds like this because we don't know what's happening. So make sure you are heard and audible. And if you're not sure you can be heard, ask us when you start. Can you hear me? So that we all know we're on the same page. Don't just jump in and think you got this and then all of a sudden we hear nothing the whole time. We want to make sure we're on the same page with you and that you're doing your thing. Your words are important. Your craft is important no matter what you are doing. Donate to the best open mic in the game. Like this is legitly, like I'm honored to be here because I know what tonight is. So that said, donate to the best open mic in the game. The information is below there. Make sure you are supporting the people running this, but also the performers. They will have their cash apps up there too. So make sure you are supporting each other, especially in these times. We need that. So do that. Jay Rose, do you want to mention the on deck or do I got it?
Oh my God. First of all, how amazing is Dara right now? Please show some love. She's doing such a dope job. So honored. Yes, so Dara will be calling out the list and what she'll be, or I will, depending on what's going on, But usually what we say is we call up the next person, but then we say on deck. So when you hear your name and we say on deck, your name, that means that you are coming up after the next person. So what does that mean? If you have music that you need to get ready, get it ready. If you have a poem that you got to read, get it on your phone or your notebook, wherever it is you're reading it from. If you gotta dance, whatever you need for your performance, just get it together while the person before you is performing. But that's the signal. And if you're watching from YouTube or Facebook and you're waiting to hear your name, once you hear your name is on deck, that means come on over into the StreamYard. If you try to come in and it's full, don't worry. Just hang tight on Facebook, hang tight on YouTube, and we will not miss you. Just drop your name so that we check you in and we know that you're waiting to perform. Oh my gosh. Was there anything else?
So to add to that, if you are not on the list, but you know this night is so dope and you don't want to be missed out on, drop a mic in the chat and that will let us know that we need to contact you and pull you in. So make sure there you go. You drop in the mic into the chat and that way we will bring you in because we want to hear your craft too. So I guess the last thing is be kind, keep growing. We all got this. So let's get to the fun, right?
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, so we usually start off the night as hostesses. We usually start off the night by, kicking off the mic with some poems, kind of breaking the ice, because a lot of people hate going first. And I get it. I understand when you're on a list, you don't want to be the first one. But so we usually kind of get things warmed up. So Dara, I would be absolutely honored if you would bless us tonight by kicking off the open mic.
Thank you. I'm here for it. So this is like brand new. And when I say brand new, I wrote it yesterday. I wrote it yesterday morning. So bear with me. Because I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't have a title for it yet, and I usually title my stuff immediately. So we're just gonna jump into it. And it's all based on, well, you'll hear. What will they say about me? What will you say about me? Will you say that I was a leader or a follower? That I was evil and bossy, or will you talk about the times I left or about the mess I left? Will my 3 degrees ever come up in conversation, or will that be minimized? Will I be minimized? I will likely need to be made smaller than I am. It's a better media spin. Will you even say anything, or will I be the nameless one, too small to get a hashtag, or will you hashtag my name for a day or two until the next victim comes around? Will you Corinne Gaines me, my history with therapy and the picture from college flipping the bird making me too problematic? Or will you Breonna Taylor me, mention my awards, my service to the community, speak on how I was the community poet to ears too deaf to see the injustice? I want you to say that I died naturally, not riddled with bullets, but stats are not in my favor. I was born on the wrong side of the tracks with the wrong shade of skin that still gets goosebumps when I see the cop on my street. I never feel at ease, always instinctually wanting to freeze. So if and when I speak a bit too loudly and too smartly like Sandra did, and my life ends not at my own hands, what will you say about me? What will they say? I bet you they say nothing. I don't want to be nothing. A light flickered on and then off. But we already know that brick or dried walls matter more than people do, than the lives of Black folks do, more than my brilliant life matters too. So what tale will you spin? Will my legacy be tainted by my half-brother's sin? Will my secrets and bad deeds resonate louder than the good than that was done by me? Will I be remembered at all other than by a small few? Will they get justice? Will they? Will I?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Always setting it off. You always got some deep shit, and I love how relevant it is. You mentioned our girl Breonna. We need to get her some justice. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Woo. It's been a heavy week for us, right? That was so dope. Please make sure you send some love over to Dara, whether it's a follow or some Cash App money. Show some love for our special guest host. Thank you so much.
So you going to drop something for us?
Absolutely. I will share something with you guys. I actually, so I spoke to 6 junior high school classes this week over at the neighborhood charter school. Shout out to Mr. David Quinones, who is their teacher, and invited me over to speak to them. I'm super, super honored that I even got that opportunity. So I performed this piece for them, which I haven't done in a while on this platform. So I'm going to share it. It's titled From Root to Split End, and I hope that y'all like it. Okay. Twisting my curls between his index and middle finger, staring with admiration, he whispers, "I love your hair. It has so much history. pulls me in closer as I slip into a trance, sinking into the depths of his words. So much history. But my history's buried too deep, deep into the root of every curl, twisted like the past that undoubtedly resides in my double helix. A tangible biography embedded in every strand, telling torn stories of my ancestors from root to split end. Hair texture, eye color, complexion, all proof of the encroachment del puerto de mi matriz rico, the blueprint, the port of my rich womb. My appearance, the blueprint of spilled Taino blood and the saliva of ghostly conquistadores. Traces of diluted seeds planted into the fruitful wombs, giving birth to what is now a perpetual fight for existence and ongoing battle for acceptance. Like, where do I fit in? Too curly and tan for the white people, but not enough for the Afro-Latinos. I love to say that my curls are the most rambunctious crown I've ever worn, but I didn't always love wearing it, you see. Shame took the wheel and drove me to resentment, embarrassed of how big and wild it looked. Hating how a simple comb was my most feared nemesis. At times, I felt defeated by its tangled mess, like, how the fuck am I supposed to tame this? Until there's a job interview or special occasion. Then I don't hesitate to domesticate these feral locks. And although they submit to the heat, these wandering warriors don't go down without a fight. Just like the lifelong war between my eternal reflection and my compromised lineage. You see, my history is buried too deep. So I keep digging for what feels like decades, searching for it. Hands bitter and cold from the blood-stained soil, but I keep digging for a purpose. I keep digging for an identity, and all that's left are gentrified fingerprints covered in my ancestors' broken dreams. Who am I? Where do I come from? Knowledge of self? How will I ever know of the indigenous queen I was meant to be if our school books tell romanticized stories of false heroes from a Western world? Where are the stories of those that grew from the soil, those that treated the land like the goddess of life? Where are those stories? I'll tell you where they are. They're in you, and in you, and in you. They're in me. And peace. Thank you. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
My bad. Yes. For some reason, the emergency vehicles are crazy tonight. So that's why I kept muting myself. But yo, that piece was everything. It was everything. Yes.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the love. Thank you. All right, guys, let's welcome our performers that have been hanging out backstage so patiently. Our really dope creative family. What's up, y'all? What's up? How y'all doing? Hey, guys.
How y'all doing tonight? I'm so glad y'all are here. I'm so glad y'all are here.
Yes, y'all looking good and ready. If you're trying to get into the studio, don't worry. Just hang out on Facebook or YouTube and we will check you in. Just drop your name so we know you're waiting to perform. So, y'all ready to get this started, guys?
Yeah, y'all don't look excited. What's happening right now? Are y'all okay over there? Come on.
Unmute yourself.
Where's the energy? Come on, give us the energy.
Nah, it's good. It's all good, guys. I know it's Friday. It's been a long week. It's been emotionally draining with everything that's going on in society. So I get it. All right, let's get it popping though, Dara. What we got? What's the list looking like?
So the first person coming up is an awesome poet. But I'm gonna say him next because I think the next person on deck is Great Sigma, the Great Sigma. But coming to the stage right now is my homeboy, who is like one of the coolest poets and just dedicated to the craft, and it comes naturally for him, even if he don't think it does, or maybe he knows it. The Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf. What you got coming for us today?
I'm actually gonna read one of the ones that I wrote during your workshop.
I love
it. So she did a form structure workshop, and I was like all lost. I didn't know what the hell to do. So I wrote out something initially, and then I wrote something out structured.
Okay. Mike, when you do your piece, project your voice towards the microphone so we can hear you nice and clear.
Hold on, let me turn the volume up. You can hear me better now?
Yeah, turn that volume up, sir.
No, you hear me better now?
Yes.
All right. This is called Spirit Guide. You wasn't there for me, but I can still feel your love. Your departure was sudden, yet you're still with me. Like a dove, you're watching me grow from above, slowly transforming into the man you know I'd be. Your departure was sudden, yet you're still with me. My growth is like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, slowly transforming into the man you know I'd be. You aren't here, so the most I can basically do is try. My growth is like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. I was lucky to be blessed with such a creative gift. You aren't here, so the most I can basically do is try to help me to hopefully close up that obvious rift. I was lucky to be blessed with such a creative gift. You had to leave early due to an unfortunate death to help me to hopefully close up that obvious rift. I have to believe you'll be with me until my last breath. You had to leave early due to an unfortunate death. Like a dove, you're watching me grow from above. I have to believe you'll be with me until my last breath. You wasn't there for me, but I can still feel your love.
Yes. Come on, let's go. Is this what you do in workshops? You write stuff like this?
Hey, if the
unmute yourself.
I write to it. You know I
muted myself and it remuted it. I don't know what happened. I'm just gonna stop hitting that button. I was saying that was a Pantoum, and he clearly did that thing with it. He did that thing.
Yeah.
And I love it. My favorite line was about you are blessed to be with are blessed to have such a gift. And so I'm like, I know your mom is super proud and knows that you are honoring that gift. So keep being amazing, sir.
All right, give it up. Make sure that y'all follow the Lone Wolf. He is a published author. Okay, he's got his poetry in an anthology. So holla at your boy. Okay. All right, Dara, refresh the list because I moved Sakeem up because he has to go to work, and I definitely want him to bless us with his saxophone. So,
okay, I'm refreshing. So he's on deck.
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
I'm seeing that correctly. So Sakeem King is on deck, and now coming to the virtual open mic stage right now to set it off is the great Sigma.
Yay!
Come on.
What's up, my guy?
Hey, good evening and welcome. How are you guys? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we hear you.
Excellent. All right. Hopefully you can see as well. I'm going to do the opener to my show, and then I'm going to do a yet to be determined poem. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a magician. Not only am I a magician, but I'm a time traveling magician. And so I brought with me a couple souvenirs from the Silk Roads, trade routes between Europe and Asia at the height of the Roman Empire. And along these roads, I met a sorcerer not unlike myself, and he taught me how to produce coins from a piece of silk. Told me if I practiced, I'd become faster, and practice I did, hour after hour, coin after coin, until eventually I could do it quite rapidly. But there was no one there to applaud, so I stooped to count my coins.
Yes.
But the sorcerer still had more to teach.
What? Where did that come from? What? Yes.
Go.
Yes. Yo, you're the best.
All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of poetry. I was gonna do one, but let's see. All right, we're gonna do this one. This is called Trusted Nightmare. I stand in darkness, internal compass spinning rampantly, conscience torn between desire and truth. Reality warped, bent, skewed by a dream, deceitfully better than the world. It has its own agenda, and I am no longer sure if I am in the dream or the dream is inside me. Its parasitic twists and turns leech away memories, implant false truths, and keep me in a spiraling labyrinth called a trusted nightmare. I tread on shattered hopes and tattered goals. Each barefoot step I take splatters more blood into the mix. I am lost in a dark corridor where fanged serpents of regret and medusas of guilt have been unleashed to feast upon once happy thoughts. I know I must master them, herd them back into their cages, shackle them and guard the key with all my might, but doubt holds me back. Its taloned grip set firmly upon my shoulders, and fear anchors me down, its gnashing serrated teeth boring into my ankles, its manic caiman grin and cruel yellow eyes gleam with a malicious luster, and I know not what to do but weep. And darkness attacks. I feel weight on my chest, falling, drowning in lackluster blackness and painful poison. Vicious venom. I struggle helplessly, wrapped and tangled in a web of deceit, lies told to protect, defend, or so I told myself, but I was lying then, too. I cry desperately out into the darkness, but no one stops to listen, not a soul wants to hear. I am alone as the spiders of my thoughts argue over which part of me to devour first, each with 8 gleaming black eyes, vengeful and driven, 8 arthropod limbs ready to embrace, crush, and dismantle, one for each deadly sin and one more for my own ignorance. An extra eye to see my faults, and an extra limb to step on them and dismember them like an insect, and fangs oozing with poison, vicious venom. But my fear of the truth yields enough determination that I break free, and I run until I can't anymore, heart pounding, nearly suffocating. What corner of my hell am I in now? The spring in my step is wound so tight I can't jump anymore, and the blood in my veins feels like it doesn't belong. Each beat of my heart is followed by another, after another, after another, a rapid succession of throbs, forcing an alien liquid through my body. I ask myself, would God blame me for setting it free? Each breath I take feels forced, every step uneasy and counterproductive, and agony stalks me as the vengeful spirit of a lion whose head unjustly adorns my mantle. I am followed unrelentingly, and no path I take will unfetter me from past misfortunes and missed opportunities. But not all the demons of my history are malevolent. They are here to aid me, force the vile sides of truth into their rightful place, and help me wake up.
Woo. Wow.
Oh my God.
Imagery. The imagery is crazy.
Yo, Balin. I mean, the Great Sigma.
Wow.
Amazing.
I was told there was a magician, but I didn't know there was a magician. And I was with you, and I was like, all right. And then you had to go. And I was like, where'd that come from? How'd that show up? So you had me from the beginning, and you had me until the end. That was amazing.
Yes, thanks so much for sharing. I hope you stick around for the next round because we do have a short open mic list, so we definitely have time to do a round 2 tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to pop over to YouTube, and I'll be back in fit at the end of the line, I guess. Or can I stay in here?
Yeah, stay tuned. We'll call you back in then. Thanks so much.
Excellent.
All right, let's keep it moving and grooving, as Leah V would say. You know, we gotta pay homage to the rhyming.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt. We cannot not have her here. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even be here. So next to the mic, we have Sakeem King. And on deck is AC Lightning. So get ready, AC. But Sakeem, give us that magic, poetry, music, whatever you do, because I don't know you, but I can't wait to see what you do. So I'm gonna need you to. I need to see what you do. Come bring it to us.
Because we don't even know. They come in talking about one thing, and then they do a little bit of everything.
We got a talented bunch of people.
Give it up, Sakeem King.
Woo, yes.
How y'all doing today? So, this is Sakeem King, SAKEEM KING. I have two things. I have a piece I want to read, and I'll play a song, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Wait, Sakeem, talk, like, project your voice or get closer to the mic so we can hear you, because you have a very deep voice. So let's go, Mr. Barry White.
I'm sorry, it's not my fault. It's my daddy's fault.
That's your daddy.
Okay. My whole life has changed because your body told me as I slowly penetrate you, you will try to hold me. You claim it's only to fold me, but see, let's break it down how we got to this. Step one, I'm kissing you down slowly. I'm kissing slow down your back while I massage it. You definitely need to be relaxed for this. Then I suck on your neck to then flip you on your back. Step two, I'm kissing you down your lips down to your clit. You're not trying to twitch because your mind is starting to slip as my tongue proceeds to lick and lick. See, you're the one that asks for this. Step three, you're ready to feel me deep inside. You're near your climax. Your mind's going blank as I push you deep because you're loving my mouth. Legs locked around my head because you're calling my name. You're gripping the sheets and I'm enjoying my feast because you know Big Daddy gotta eat. Step four. Now we're back at the beginning. You're grinding on me. I'm deep in you, and now you're talking crazy in between your moans. I'm trying to connect our souls because your body lube is your sweet berry juice.
Oh my! Okay.
What? I was not ready. I was not ready.
God, you be getting sexy on the low. Here for it.
I'm gonna play y'all a little quick song.
gosh. That was so amazing. And if you guys are not following him, you need to follow him. You need to get your life right and follow him right now. Because that was so amazing. I'm just sitting here in a trance. You completely, I was like, what? What? Okay. Yes.
I know. I forgot I was on the show too. Like I was just like chilling, like relaxing, vibing.
I mean, seriously. Yeah. Yes.
That was dope. Thank you so much for blessing us, Sakeem. I know you got to go to work. If you can pop in later on during a break, let me know. But thank you so much for blessing us tonight. I appreciate it. Have a good night at work. Sorry.
Try.
Thank you for sharing that, man. So coming up next is I love everybody. Everyone's a favorite poet, but this man's pen skills don't make any sense to me. So coming to the mic is AC Lightning, and on deck is Jareni Soul, which is my personal homegirl. So AC, what you got for us tonight? Like, something.
Hold on. Usually when we call up AC, hold on, because that wasn't in the notes. We gotta add it to the notes, right? Because so AC is one of our most loyal supporters. He has been to every single virtual. I don't think you've ever missed one, to be honest. I probably missed one and you haven't. But AC has been to every single virtual Voices. He's been a friend of ours since before we had this quarantine virtual life. So, he's been riding with us, definitely on my platform. And, he's been riding for a minute. And he is a 2020 graduate. And we have to mention it every time because it is not easy. And we're proud of you. So give it up for our graduate frequent flyer, AC Lightning.
What's up? Yes, always gotta make sure to have that intro. Make sure that.
My bad, I didn't know.
We gotta add it to the notes.
But I tried to share all the love that I have for you anyway, so you should know that I was still loving on you. Okay, my bad.
I know. Don't worry about it. I know. Alright. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna do this poem right here since I have it here. Yeah. It's one of my faves, so I feel my blood rushing through my veins. The hairs on my skin stand attention like they're going to war. My throat feel like it's about to get all choked up. It's time to turn my blood to ink, my words to bullets. My thoughts serve as the clip holders for every shot I plan on taking. One for depression, one for getting through tough times, one for rejection, one for those who gave me attitude, one to talk about God's light, the years of peer pressure, me going out here fighting, bullets lined up for its prime target. This is lyrical warfare, with bullets pop in the air and these words don't play fair. This that step on some toes mindset. The shock of me using my words as weapon send riptides in the water. Being an artist is like an ice glacier. Some think you have it all at the top, as if it comes easy. But you don't swim deep into these cold waters. Well, you see, I had to deal with not being good enough, or being overlooked, or being disrespected. Oh, wait, hold on. Or being overlooked, not being respected. Some folks online want to get crazy in the comments. I can get destructive and wild like a comet, but you don't get it. You never been in my predicament, so how would you understand? I'm gonna recalibrate your alphabets. Some don't think I'm an A, so they push me like a second option like I'm a B. They want to skip my song, pass me around like a CD. I'm that NWA ninja with an attitude. If you thought I was an easy E, I'm gonna show you how I'm a real brother F and G. Boy, I'm not the one for the games. You want metaphors or puns? Wait till you see how I land mine. I be in the ring with words, trying to find ways I can punch lines. You know how I got these scars? I survived. I had to take people out who thought I was a joker because they don't know why I'm so serious. Some don't understand. Artists is just as humans. I believe, just like the way you believe. Why you trying to judge the color of my blood? Difference is, I was broken down, put back together, molded from all of these criticisms that was set to disintegrate me. You can't cut me, but I got alligator skin. And that adrenaline rush you say is crazy, that's the butterflies I feel in my stomach when I'm telling my story. I bring my flesh on stage, presented like a sacrificial lamb. I welcome everyone to this burnt offering. Our job as artists is to take our minds into our dreams, dive into our subconscious like a playable flashback, use the words in our heart to paint you this picture of our realities. At times, I feel like crap when I clock out of work, think about going home and get some rest in, or how I can't go to sleep 3 in the morning, so I write down these rhymes. Folks don't get the thoughts that running through my mind, so women don't get my grind, so it'd be hard to have a lady by my side. They don't care about my lines, they just want to know if I can give them that pipe. Between that, I'm getting squeezed with the kids of the world, same time making sure I memorize these words, that if I see someone not feeling me, sometimes I gotta ignore it. When you get bad news, you gotta push them tears. I stand on stage as I close my eyes. I hear doubts racing through my head like the speed of light. It's hard to remind myself it's gonna be all right. I had to perform the same day that my father died. You don't know my pain. You want to air your opinions like you're the man. Want to think you know it all. I see through your lives like a hologram. Coming up with words isn't breezy. Being an artist isn't easy. If it was, a lot more people would be good at it. And being an artist, you give it a piece of yourself on stage. Don't be surprised if you see the dripping blood trails coming out of my heart. Sometimes you gotta perform now and then cry later. Don't judge the book by its cover. Next time, sit down, open it up, and read a few pages. Thanks.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Bye, AC Lightning.
Come on, AC. Woo.
I haven't done that one in a minute.
Yo,
In a minute.
I see through the lines like a hologram. Okay, Jaretti's dropping that bar right there, quoting you.
Oh my goodness. This is why you're amazing. No one can touch you. Like what you do is just what you I almost want to retire when people like you start performing. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, what you got? You got a new song this week? Cause you always dropping some new shit. Yo, what you got? I ordered my t-shirt. I ordered my Maverick t-shirt. Okay.
Good.
Right.
I can't. I do have a song out on Spotify. You can follow me on Instagram and click on the link. It's on Spotify and everywhere you get your music at. I'm actually thinking about dropping a music video for it next Friday, so be on the lookout for that. I have a project coming out soon, and I have merch. You know, you can find all of that on my Instagram. I have merch, just like a Jay's Rose said. I have merch. I have t-shirts.
Yes.
Thank you.
Make sure you all are following him and make sure you support him. So whether you slip into his Cash App or you slip in and buy some merch, and then that merch goes further than you think because you wear it to somebody else like, what's that? I need that too. And then you just supporting the artist. So make sure you were sitting there supporting each other.
Facts. Thank you, AC. Love you.
So coming to the mic, but one I want to say, let's talk about how amazing this open mic is for a second, because I see the people commenting and we're getting a whole bunch of comments happening. But one of them is my homegirl who is in South America. So understand that like everybody is here watching and commenting and cheering you guys on. So I wanted to make sure I gave a shout out to her because I see her in the comments.
Who's that, Erica?
No, that's Feline. Feline. And she's a dope poet in her own right.
Shout out to Erica.
Yes,
Luther, everybody. Yo, 7 Forever 7. What's good? You want to pull up? Let me know. I'll send you the info. I'll email it to you. I would love for you to join us. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it going.
So on deck is the Dean of Poetry. But coming to the virtual voices stage is my homegirl. Like we both represent the Bronx. We done did a whole bunch together. You know, that's my homegirl. Like, that's my real life homegirl. We've been rolling for a little while now. And she also won the Writer's Unblocked Journal. So if you don't have this journal, your life, again, is not right. So I'm going to need you to go get your life right and get this journal. So the Unblocked Journal, she was one of the winners who won the raffle drawing. So make sure you go get your copy now, too, because I got my copy. You don't want to be without it. It's going to change your writing gonna change your writing.
I'm
So
gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. She had the journal right there on deck. I love that. Oh my God.
so Ms. Jarini, so what you got for us tonight? Lay it on us.
Yay!
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
I love your hair.
I'm
I
so
love
happy.
it.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. Okay. So Dara's workshop, Poetics University, Justice. So I'm gonna read this piece that I wrote for the workshop, and Justice was a very hard workshop, but I like this one. So okay, so I'll begin. Hate crimes against sexual orientation and gender identity are illegal. Fact. A 2009 federal law was passed, but some states still don't know how to act. Fact. 53% of US states don't have hate crime laws protecting this community. The number of crimes rose each year from 2014 to 2017, showing we need more unity. 1,130 incidents reported, said the FBI. These numbers are dramatically underestimated. So many reasons why. Fear of harassment and discrimination can lead to a swift goodbye. Walking. Stepping onto the concrete of uncertainty, you can hear the slurs begin. The insults grow louder and louder like emergency sirens. The threats cut deep. Then a fist comes charging in. Your fist. Your fist led to his swollen eye. Your fist led to her busted lip that oozed out blood. Your kick. Your kick led him to get a broken rib, but also a broken spirit, shattered self-esteem, a mangled mental state, and a crushed dream. A dream of being able to walk the streets freely. Your fists are weapons of mass destruction of what you perceive me to be. My fists fight back. I'm defending more than just me. My fist stands in the air for justice and equality, but who are you to judge me? Let me love who I love. This is my life to live. Being gay is not a choice, but hatred is.
Yes. Jarini.
Yes.
Thank you. And that last line was not mine. It was, I found that on a poster at a protest. So just giving credit out there.
Listen, nah, the whole piece was beautiful. Thank you so much, my girl.
Thank
You are a
you.
published author too. Don't you have some works in like quite a few anthologies, right?
Yes, 7 so far, but there's more
How
coming.
many was that?
How many?
7?
Yeah.
7.
You try to downplay that number like that's not like a huge number.
I know, girl. I'm still working on trying to get my first poem in an anthology.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Let's keep it moving and grooving.
So we have the Dean of Poetry coming to the mic, but on deck is LaBelle. So LaBelle, get ready. We ready for you up next. But the Dean of Poetry, the Dean of Poetry, lay some poetry on us, sir.
Yes.
Good evening, everybody. Great to be here as usual. And hope you guys have a wonderful week. And let me spit a few poems for y'all. First one I'd like to read to y'all is called Commitment. And here it goes. It is crystal clear, show no fear. Commitment is so essential to keeping love going and eventful. Commitment is not cheating, it is never misleading. Love your partner and only your partner. That's how it should always be honored. Let no one get between the two, then your love will never be true. There is no use of fucking around when there is true love that you have found. Commitment is love. It is always love. It never skips a beat. Commitment is ecstasy. Leave the past alone. It wasn't worth it as it clearly showed. The one you love is the most important. that person matters, the one that you're with. And yes, let's go on with the next poem I'd like to read to y'all. It's called Can You Dig It? And this is one of my poems I wrote last year in the middle of my writer's block, which was, you know, I went through a very creative bad period at this time last year. I wasn't getting much poems. So I decided to go with one based on one of my all-time favorite movies. And you'll get the clue if you guys come from New York. You'll know this right away. So here we go with Can You Dig It? And here it goes. Can you dig what I'm saying? One failure don't mean anything. I will still be striving for success because my dreams will never rest. People will not understand this now, but I'll still be here somehow. No one will ever bring me down because at the end, I'll still be around. I will accomplish my goals one moment at a time. Count on it. I'll still be on my grind. I will not rest until my accomplishments are met. Can you dig it? You haven't seen nothing yet. The light will go on and it'll go on strong because for all I know, I'll still be standing and I know I won't be wrong. I'll be in the billboards, the bright lights. I'll be streaming everywhere. Fame will take flight. Success will be inevitable. No more failures. It's the dawning of a new day, a new light, a new era. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? That's the end of that one.
Yes. So someone said great, powerful delivery. So just so you know, we all know that you just delivered your best work. Congratulations. And yes, we can dig it. Yes, we can dig it.
That was great. I know you got some stuff to plug, Mr. Dean. I know you got merch and a book and all that good stuff.
Yes, I do. And in case you guys didn't know, I probably announced this last week, but now I have my book available at Amazon. This is my book, Works in My Heart. What I didn't tell y'all last week is that I finally got my second book copyrighted, so it's in the process of doing that, Deep Thoughts. So coming at the end of the year, finally, my second book will finally at long last be released. So, you know, let's see if that doesn't become a pain as putting this in Amazon words.
Don't worry, you got this, and we're looking forward to it. Congratulations. We can't
Congratulations.
wait to drop that.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And I also got merch available on Teespring also. The link is in my bio on Instagram. Of course, you know, follow me on Instagram, The Dean of Poetry. And I forgot to mention I disabled my Cash App. So if you guys want to donate, you know, I'll send you my PayPal link in the Facebook comments, just so y'all know. I forgot to mention that.
All right, drop it in the comments on Facebook, and we'll make sure that everyone has the right info so you get your change. Or they can order a book or order some merch or something. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah, definitely, man.
All the ways to support.
Facts.
Thank you, Dean. You are amazing as always. Good luck with the book. I'm actually
so much. You're amazing as well, Dara. And you're amazing as well, J Rose. All of you guys are.
We love you. You know we love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
Yeah,
all right, let's keep it moving and grooving and flowing and growing, you know.
And all those great Leah-isms that I can't get out of my mouth fast enough, and I'm so glad that J Rose is there to do that.
Listen, I can't keep up with her shit either, so don't. And I see her every Friday.
So, coming to the mic is La Belle, but on deck is Finesse L. So Finesse L, get ready. We're gonna hear you next. But La Belle, I haven't met you. I'm excited to see what you do. Lay whatever you do on us right now. Come on to the stage on.
Hey, Boo.
Hi.
Hey, Boo.
How's everyone doing?
What?
So, how's everyone doing?
Awesome. We're great.
Great. I'm happy. So, I'm gonna be reading poem that's titled The Bathroom.
Okay.
So here goes. The bathroom was my favorite place growing up. No, really. The smell of a freshly cleaned bathroom was everything. The purple Fabuloso and Clorox smell lingered, especially when recently cleaned after each use. Most are not raised to clean after each use. I was, especially when doing number 2. But now we've upgraded to essential oils. The bathroom was my study room, my oasis, my dance floor. Where my creative ideas came in, my hamper was my writing table. It was green. Where I escaped where I escaped to for everything. Back when there were landlines and my friends and I were on three-way calls, I went there to the bathroom. There were the times I was on the phone with an unaccepted lover at the time. I was only 13. I couldn't contain myself. I was at my sacred place, temporary of course, but it was mine. I memorized foreign languages, numbers, colors for these exams, and song lyrics. I dressed up in my mixed match attire. I still do that. The bathroom was more than the bathroom. It was a few steps away from the window in that Bronx apartment. The few moments I had to myself to reflect, to create, to be me. The bathroom in that Bronx apartment saw me grow into the woman I am flourishing to today, but also all the untapped potential left there. When we moved from that apartment, part of my memories were left in front of the bathroom mirror, my thoughts on top of my writing table, the hamper, and conversations which lingered on the bathroom curtains. I flushed down pain and hurt. It was that time again. It was time to begin again. Although the bathroom was standing still, I looked back on it like a movie, like a projector watching movies on a wall. But my secrets and chats were reflected on those curtains. Though all were flushed away the moment I left, the bathroom understood my love for it and frustration. But overall, I honored it for the space, for the oasis it created for me.
Ooh.
Yes. We all need a private space to do what we need to do and to create. And I would never thought about the bathroom, but I'm glad it worked for you.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. You took me back to when I was like in elementary school, and I used to like to do my homework in the bathroom. I don't know why. I wasn't using it, but like I would sit there, and the hamper would be my desk, and I was like, I thought I was the only one. So I feel like I'm not so weird anymore.
Yeah.
Was so dope.
So
That was good. You took me back. Make sure y'all follow Hughes
thank you.
of Bell over at IG. She's amazing. She's super dope. Big sweetheart and a big supporter of the creative community. Thank you so much, Mama.
Yes, that was so amazing.
Thank
I'm so
you.
glad to run into you because don't know you, but I'm going to know you now. So that was amazing. So coming to the mic is Vanessa L. On deck is the artist Anubis.
Yeah.
So Vanessa L, where are you? Come up and let us see.
Hello.
Hey,
Welcome.
boo.
Everyone, cheer
How's
on.
everyone doing tonight?
We are wonderful. How are you?
Good. So tonight I'm going to be sharing with you guys a spoken word piece that is called The Power of Learning to Be Uncomfortable.
Mm.
Okay.
In life, there are times where we find ourselves in situations that causes us discomfort. But we must realize that the greatest growth in life comes from situations where we are uncomfortable. It is true that our brains have been programmed to instantly go into fight or flight mode when the brain feels that you are in danger. Our brains naturally want to protect us. We have to learn how to rewire our brains in order to not let fear of uncertainty chain us down from going after our dreams. We must learn to step out of our comfort zone and try new things in life, even when we are afraid of the outcome. Our minds try to play tricks on us whenever we do something that challenges us to enter into a new level of growth. Even when we are fearful, we must have the courage to move forward and not stay stuck in the same position. This pandemic has caused us to be so comfortable with where we are at. We have gotten so comfortable communicating with each other virtually to the point where we don't know how to interact face to face. We end up so afraid to make social connections. Even when you're afraid of speaking in public, do it anyways. Even when you're afraid of going to that job interview because you fear the outcome, do it anyways. Even when you're afraid to network with people because you fear that they will judge you, do it anyways. Right on the other side of your fears and insecurities are your dreams that you have been longing for your entire life. Don't wait till someone validates your vision for you to go after your dreams. Let your old habits die so you can be able to develop new habits. Each level of your life requires a new version of yourself. In order to actually see progress in your life, you must get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Don't let discomfort hold you back from being the best person you can be. Always remember who you are and trust yourself, even when you have to stand in this world alone. Thank you.
Ooh, yes.
Yes.
Giving us all the get your
Yes.
life right and don't conquer fear vibes. I hear that. Did you have anything coming up or any like everyone's in anthologies, everyone got merch? What do you have something you can tell us about what you're doing?
I mean, no, well, I'm graduating in December, so I'm working on that.
Oh, that is like you say that like that's nothing. That is a big deal. Congratulations. Yes.
Thank you
We need
so
more
much.
people graduating. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing you in your cap and gown and cheering you on. We here for that. We here for graduations. So we're gonna move on to the next one. We're gonna keep moving and grooving, and I can't do it. I'm not
Erica,
Via.
I see that you want to join us. I'm gonna slide into your private message and send you the link so you could join us, Erica. I got you, boo. All right.
Everyone is saying congrats on that. So check the chat because everyone's cheering you on, just so you know. So on deck is Nika B. I hope I'm saying that. No? Okay. So no, one of those. So then I'm not gonna worry about who's on deck for a second. What I'm gonna worry about is the next artist coming to the stage, because I kid you not, at least once a week I tell this artist I'm about to retire because of how dope they are. Like they just it makes me just like, why do I do this? Why am I in this game? Because his pen is so strong that I can't even figure out how to even pretend to be in the same industry as this man. Like he be killing it. He be killing it. He be killing it. I'm gonna make you blush all sorts of ways. So the artist Anubis with your hood game, you got your hood on, so we know you ready for us. You ready to drop something dope. What do you have for us? Let's
go. Let's go. Harlem Rose.
Woo!
Yeah, y'all guys are such a great mood. I feel bad. I feel like I need to apologize up front. And Dara, you already know what I'm gonna do. So I gotta do apples.
Yeah. It's all right. Let's do it.
Like Jereni So said, I was blessed to be in Dara's workshop. She talks about how nice I am, but she definitely pushed my pen on this one. So I'm just gonna get to it. And apologies in advance for killing everybody's mood.
Never.
Dear America, nothing's more American than apple pie. Is it the smell, syrupy, spiced like hot honey cuddling your nose, wafting through wind, waiting to cool after grandma bakes it? Is it the taste, warm, savory fruit between soft, flaky crust, complemented by ice cream after a cozy Thanksgiving feast? Or is it the way it's made? A cup of brown sugar, a spoon of cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and about 9 apples. But none as divine as the apple of my eye, my Apollonia. If French poured purple rain on her caramel apple, her skin with chocolate fondue drip. But I would not confine my queen to confections on which I wish to dine. So I define her as African violet, rare and hard to find, my black star in the daytime. My master took a piece from my side and masterfully crafted peace of mind in the form of this masterpiece. If I be Adam, she be Eve and the apple, the one I'm ready to risk it all for, ready to fall for I did not know gravity until she fell. But can you imagine finding the love of your life just to watch her fall? The thought alone makes me not want to fall in love, but love is like apple pie, a cup of brown sugar, a spoon of cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and about 9 apples. And about 9 apples. And about 9 bullets went through the apple of someone's eye when Johnny Apple Law riddled her with seeds, because she was not Snow White. When she took a bite of the poisoned apple, no kiss could make her rise. So we rise at 365 degrees of heat, like pineapple upside down cake, but you still hang us from pine trees like it's a piece of cake. So we turn the world upside down and find your apple right into the core. And at your core, comparing blue lives to black lives like apples to oranges, but we're not about them apples, Jack. The only reason your apples a day keep the doctors away is because our doctors don't make house calls to the dead, and our dead make apples for death notes. So we riot, and when we riot against racism, you think we riot against America, because racism is as American as apple pie, brown sugar, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and about 9 apples. Say 1 out of 9 apples, 1 out of 9 officers has a confirmed complaint of misconduct, are twice as likely to kill blacks than whites. So blacks are half as likely to be armed. Officer, I'm not armed. My only weapon is Apple Music. I'm just trying to make apples great again. Dear America, I just want to make you an apple pie. A cup of brown sugar, a spoon of cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and about 9 apples. With 1 of those 9 apples being 1 of your bad apples that may not have spoiled the bunch, but didn't fall far from the poisonous tree. Bake that and tell you, eat it.
Woo!
Yes.
Take that and tell you to eat it. What?
Ooh.
What? What? Oh, see, this is why. So he's referring to I led a class on justice. He did I came up with this random prompt. I don't even know what I thought about. I was just making it. And then this is what he did with it. So he's saying I pushed him. No, he just did. He went crazy and did something else with it. So I'm just saying. So tell us what you got going on. We know you also host your own open mic. So tell us what's good, what's going on with you. You also got merch laid on us.
I do. I got a couple of things. All right, so boom. I'm gonna hit 3 things real quick. So 1, I host an open mic every Thursday. It's going almost 9 years. The Harlem Bomb Shelter. We've been doing online on Zoom, so check that out. You can find that info on my page. I also do have merch. My People Burn t-shirts, and I got a new t-shirt. It says we're tossing the bad apples and burning the trees after. Yeah, my boy got his shirt. I'll put up his shirt, but it's in my drawer right now. And then also I do a chat on every Sunday. I'll start back up in October called #DadLife. Jay Rose hosted the last big event we did, where I had all the dads who are like poets also perform. We're also promoting the National Kidney Walk because my daughter, she was born with chronic kidney disease. I gave her my kidney last year, so we always support the walk. So we actually have merch for that. It has her face on it. It says Team Lexi. So the money from that goes towards National Kidney Foundation. And that's it. That's the stuff I'm doing.
That's so cool. Yo, I knew that you advocated for supporting children that are suffering from the kidney illness, but I had no idea that you gave her one of your kidneys until you posted it, I think today, as a matter of fact, or like yesterday. And I was just like, oh my God, like, yo, my dad wouldn't even give me a fucking pen, and you're over here giving your daughter a kidney. Like, that is fucking amazing. No shade on you, Dad, but you know how you are. So
I love it.
I'm not gonna follow that, but really, my focus is usually on Lexi. But that's one of the things that personally I love the kidney walk, which is they're not doing it the same way this year, obviously because of COVID and everything. But the teams are doing our own walk. So if you want to walk with me, holla at me. We're walking 3.7 miles. It's all in reference to the 37 million people who live with chronic illness, kidney disease. So it's big for me because for me, it's always about Lexi, you know, and her issues. That's the one year where like I get to wear my sash that says donor. So it's kind of about me too. The first time I went to the walk and was like, congratulations. And I was like, I don't know what I got the sash on. Oh yeah, I did something. So because it's really about my daughter for me, but it's a cool thing. So yeah, highlight me about that. The t-shirts are dope. So get a t-shirt. That one, like I said, the proceeds are gonna go to the National Kidney Foundation, do a lot of good work, helping to raise awareness. They helped me do a workshop last year. So yeah, but let me get off. That's it. You want more information? Hit me up. The Artist Anubis. Love you, Dara.
Love you.
Bro, Maverick all day.
We love you too. You gotta stick around, right? Because we're gonna
do a second round, lightning round. So we'll probably be wrapped up by 10 o'clock. I told you I might be an early night. I'm sorry. I don't mind though. I'm tired. So are we going? We got one more performer, right? And then we're gonna run into round 2.
So coming to the mic is poet Conraz Flyer. I hope I said that right.
Fire. Hey y'all. Hey.
Wait, hold on. What is your Instagram? Because I want to be able to put that up so people know where to follow you.
It's the poet Conraz Fire. It's just all that with all the front of it.
All right.
Yeah, I talked about changing my name with a poet, and I went through a little, and I'm like, no, Con means leader, and it's me. That's what it is. So I will spell it for you. You know what I mean? We just make it work.
We got it, boo.
So I want to give a shout out to, she's not even in here, but I just met this girl Monday, and Crumbled Thoughts, and forgive me. Is she in here? I'm sorry if she is. Forgive me.
That is me.
One time.
That is me. I am my Crumbled Thoughts. Everybody knows me as J Rose.
Follow this girl. Yes, I'm following her. So yes, thank you so much for doing this, and awesome. And
so you found out about this through me following my page?
Yep, I was all up into your page. And
how'd you find me?
So we were on an open mic Monday. So I'm from El Paso. You were on the local mic from El Paso. So that's how we found each other. I was like, yes. So I'm trying to do a little bit of poetry every day, just for the mind, the emotions, the talent, the everything. So just trying to fill my time up with that. So I'm so glad you had this going on tonight. It is dope. Your whole little setup is awesome, and I've really been enjoying you guys.
Thank you. Welcome.
So look, I'm gonna have to read something different since you in here. I didn't know you was in here, but I might still share this. No, because I like to read something nobody's heard, But
I haven't heard it, so you so good.
Just give it to us.
Right? I'm sorry. Right. Come on, poet. Okay, so this is called Prison Song. They were boys who played with toys, boys that wanted to be leaders, that had dreams of being builders, boys who looked for a hero and could not find one, so they made one in fictional characters. Stoic and Black Panther, actors on a screen fulfilling a dream, reciting lines from a scene that they compare to the desires of their hearts. They were boys with toys, boys who had big dreams, Tonka trucks, Hot Wheels, metal bars, cold steel, bloody toes, juice spills. They were boys with dreams of living, giving to a society that robbed them, broke them, intentionally taught to tower through thunder, perpetuating premeditated plunder. Boys who are not aware they are preyed upon, a pact to fill broken, sourceless boys with rage, a plan to pack brown skin in an empty cage, 3-strike rule for the angry fool. Free boys to be caged men, living in the fair opposite of a dream, far beyond humanistic means, the lowest form of a human being. Beautiful boys in cages, wages pulled high to the sky for the cost of your pride. Admit to it and get 8 years. Deny and lose your life. Prison song. Prison dreams, destined it seems. I mean, where are our heroes? I mean, where are our heroes? In jail, believing in a God in the sky for justice on earth. They were boys who saw mama pray, and that's how they knew they stayed safe. So they pray and pray and pray as they are prayed upon. This prison song. 70% of our families are not families. 7 men in one cell. 70 times 70, waiting for hope to prevail. Dreams of getting out of this hell. They were boys with toys. Mama, stand up for who you are. Keep your...
No. Did she freeze or is it me?
No, she froze.
She froze.
You froze.
Oh, now grown women begging to be free.
Oh, we missed like the last 3 lines.
Can I go back? You gotta grab that. Can I give you this last one?
Give us like the last 4 or 5 lines.
Okay. They were boys with toys. And mama told them, stand up for who they are. Keep your pride, head held high. And if it's the truth, tell no lies. Never thought the truth would take my life. They were boys playing under trees. Now grown men begging to be free.
Woo! Thank you.
Whoa! Whoa!
That was everything. That was everything.
That was so dope. So dope. Oh, I'm so glad you made it to bless us. That was amazing.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all, man. Y'all had the vibe. I had to come with it. Y'all was hitting.
Oh, I appreciate it. Listen, all of you guys that came through tonight have been so amazing. If you are on Facebook or YouTube and you do want to join for the second round, please join us. You guys are like phenomenal. Like I don't mind it when the list is short, only because I feel like the talent is more concentrated. It's like it's really intense. Like you guys are absolutely amazing. We're gonna take a little break to have a word from one of our sponsors, and then we'll be back. Dara, who we got coming up after the
Who we got coming up? The Great Sigma. So I guess we're gonna get some more magic or some poetry. I don't know what you're gonna bring out your hat, but we looking forward to finding out what you got up your sleeve.
Like whatever it is, I'm here for it.
Yes.
All right, so stay tuned. We're gonna get a word from one of our sponsors.
J-B-A-D-A, I rip every day, make it look so easy.
From the artist that brought you the debut solo album Gemini comes a new EP. Jay Bada presents his sophomore solo project titled Indian Summer, The Prologue. Written and produced during one of the most unique and impactful years of our existence, 2020. Check out this EP full of good intentions, positive lyrics, and a unique flow. Listen from your favorite streaming platform today. For more music from Jay Bada, follow him on IG at Jay Bada Music.
All right, all right. See, that was quick, wasn't too long. And definitely make sure you check out Jay Bonner's music. He's super fire. He's really dope. He's been in the game for a minute. He makes his own beats. He writes his own lyrics. He does it all. So definitely check him out. All right, y'all ready for I don't know what?
So wait, let me say who's on deck too. So on deck we have AC Lightning. So we have the Great Sigma now, and AC Lightning get ready to lay some more fire upon us. Great Sigma, take us away. Show me what you got.
What you got?
All right. Well, that seems to be the topic of the night. So these are 4 years old, but I still have to say, trigger warning, current events, because we're doing so great. Just some references to social media 4 years ago. Hopefully these aren't all lost on people. It's called pictures. I see a picture of a woman with a gun and a Bible and a flag. I see pride. I see conviction. I see faith. But I also see everything that is wrong with this country. Pride in inanimate objects, assignment of meaning to symbols that had no meaning. I see the great American contradiction, the thing that no one wants to talk about, that the right to freedom of religion and the right to carry a gun overlap at thou shalt not kill, and we have chosen to make the wrong assumption, the assumption that freedom supersedes doctrine and that doctrine outweighs morality. I see a picture of a man in uniform, a proud man, a Marine who served with honor, limbs severed, yet still he stands tall. A man of simple needs and wants, willing to give up anything in excess to protect the rights of his fellow citizens. But what I also see is a picture of another white man with a gun. Where is the black woman who trained to be a pilot, left her notion of a perfect family behind to fight for her notion of a perfect country that doesn't exist? And where is the immigrant ready to fight for a country he only just now legally belongs to? You people with your veterans before illegals, Pledge of Allegiance in schools bullshit. Who the fuck are you? I see a picture of an angry black man doing angry black man things. 5 times I have seen it, and each time the story is different. Where is the person? No one wants to talk about the person. They'd rather make up stories, make up new politically correct white man things to say. No one wants to talk out the problem. Sure, they'll talk about the problem, talk through the problem, talk around the problem, but no one wants to talk answers. I see a picture of a mob holding signs, screaming for vengeance while claiming to want change. Scattered amongst them are men who seek to take all they can in the midst of those who only want to give all they can to ease the suffering of others. For those of you pretenders, be you cop or robber, and for those of you who are screaming with your lungs but not your hearts, hear this. You do not have what it takes. You don't understand what it would mean to have true equality, true justice, true change. There would be no more violence, no more guns, no more death. We would have to stop. All of it have to stop. No more freedom to aim and fire. No more freedom to shout hate. Morality would supersede doctrine, would supersede freedom. Can you handle that? Can you give up your rights when the words of good men ring true? Give up your rights when the words of good people ring true. And listen to your heart when good people are wrong. If you can do that, then stand up. Take a good look around you. The people standing right now can't be found with pictures. You have to learn to see them for yourself.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Thank you for that. That was I don't have words, so thank you for that poem because it took the words out. I was like, wait, what? He went to where? What's that? Okay. All right. And then you had me the whole time. Yes. Thank you.
Yes, yo, you are phenomenal, and like we never know what to expect, but you are a true writer. Like you are a writer. Like that was really dope. Thank you so much. Great Sigma.
In the chat, it's sitting there saying screaming with your lungs and not your heart. Thank you so much. Write that thing. Like they were just like they were blowing up for you. So like you were amazing. Thank you.
Yes. All right, let's keep it moving and grooving. Who we got coming up now?
So coming up, we have next on the mic is AC Lightning again, and then on deck is Jareni Soul. So Jareni Soul, get ready. AC Lightning, lay that lightning on us, please.
What you got for us?
My bad. My bad. I had to go get my dinner. Like literally, that's why I wasn't in the screen for like 10 seconds because my mom dad just called me for dinner. I was like, oh, about to go.
Funny.
Alright, so I think everybody except I think Anubis might be the only one that knows this poem I'm about to do. I know it's a tough time right now, especially for Black women, just with everything that's been happening recently. Whew, wow, hold up. Yeah, I know it's a tough time just with going on with the recent verdict, what happened with Breonna Taylor. So I decided I'm gonna do this poem, and I have not done this poem on this platform yet, and I have not done this poem in a minute too. So I do apologize if I'm a little rusty. This is for the women with low self-esteem, for those who think they have beauty. You've made it the hands of the greatest. There's no competition. When God was creating you, He was like, let me put some off on it. Perseverance when you go through it. Purity for the right man that sees it. Beauty because He said it. If He isn't appealing to others, that's okay. God will sprinkle His blessing on y'all like soft babe. Don't concentrate on the rotten apples that die, but the person that sees you as the apple with their eye. Most guys might sway, but please let me say, not every man's trying to get in your pants. You must realize not every guy is going to give you that fake paradise, balled up to only deceive you in the path of lies that can ruin your life, that make your dreams the fake paralyzed. I'm all for it. Set high standards. Make sure when eyeing out the quality of your man, you be realistic. Go ahead. Let him go through the process. If you get the crushes right and pass the test, he's eligible for courtship. It does matter when you have that conversation. If he really wants it, like Saturn, he'll put a ring on it. Now, some things you want with hit some guys like a pendulum swing. If you ain't with the program, he shouldn't be your boo thing. Your life has a purpose. Daughters of the Most High, gift wrapped special like a present, made to handle with extra care. Queen of the throne, you're his heir. But they tell you to shake up for the nickel or dimes. Dude, you can't get those greenbacks, but it's all lies. They show you that dream in the trap. Or tell you to show a little skin. You get good looks. Your milkshake bring all the boys to the yard that turn around just to say that you're damn good. So when another man say that you're beautiful, you might not accept it in your head. It's so hard. Don't believe the lies of social media people around you. They don't mix. Jesus didn't die so you could be a side chick. Let me say it again so my words can penetrate the stick. Jesus didn't die on the cross so you could be a side chick. You ain't no piece of meat that's passed around. You're a woman that's strong enough to hold it down. What you do don't go unnoticed. You hold the background even when our world is shaking. You don't let us, man. You make us blast off like rockets, like women for hitting figures. Y'all went through some pain to give us all birth. It's a blessing to have y'all populate the earth. You're the bandages to our wounds when we get hurt. They tend to our knees just like a nurse. You've been through some stuff that might have got you off. No one can bring you down. God will bring you up. You got to start on them. You got to prove the wrong. So you walk in that building. You turn that Proverbs 31 song on. Now it's for your blow up. No explosion. Fireworks like the 4th of July for your glow up. You became a diamond after overcoming the pressure. You may not believe that you are worth it. You're a heart of gold, a juicy pineapple dipped with a dew of sweetness. Thank you for giving birth to us, taking care of us, and feeding us. Always fixing our scars when we get cut. Giving us a good word to kick our heart back in when we feel like we're not enough. Always ready to go into battle when somebody wants to hurt us. You're gratefully made, painted by the best artists, formed from clay. You're beautifully made, and make sure you always slay. You're wonderfully made.
Yes. Yes.
God did not wait.
Thank you.
Say that God did not die so you could be a side chick. Like, talk about it.
Yeah. I have a visual for that poem. That poem that I did is actually the first poem that I did for a video ever. And I did that for Women's History Month because I wanted to do something for the ladies. But then also I wanted to perform this poem more than just on Women's History Month. And I figured just with everything that's been going on and stuff like that, especially like, again, with Breonna Taylor and the sense that some Black women don't feel like they're protected, I figured do a poem just to uplift you guys because, again, I know it's not easy, especially just with everything that's going on. So hopefully that lifts your spirits up. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Appreciate that.
Oh, and that video is on my IGTV and YouTube, AC Lightning. You can look at it when you get a chance. It's on my IGTV and YouTube. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, AC. It is always such a gift to be in the presence of you and hear your words. So we love you. We celebrate you, and thank you for celebrating us. So coming to the mic right now is Jareni Soul. On deck after a little break is going to be the artist Anubis again. So start getting there. But Jareni Soul, lay some soul onto us, please. Touch our souls with your Jareni-ness.
Hey, bro.
You guys are great. Okay, so some of you may have heard this, but some of you have not yet. So this is one of my favorite poems, so I'm gonna read it. It's called Hardcore. You had me high like a rainbow, 6 feet deep is where our love went. You used to orbit my love like Halo. You spit that game, boy, back when we started. Now you cause the division that we now live in because we are brokenhearted. It was our destiny to listen to the call of duty. We are stuck in this modern warfare, which isn't fair. You got me out here in the street. Fighter is what I am now. Mortal Kombat is what I'm ready for. This is Kingdom Heart. In this kingdom, heart is what I'm fighting for. I'm ready with my Metal Gear Solid posted in my fort. Night is where it's going down. You ready for another round? My soul was slaughtered, man. We lived in the borderlands. It was a resident of evil spirits. This shit is out of order, man, because you acting like a baller. Betting 2K, this is not NBA. Stop fucking with my money, getting more Madden yesterday. Stop telling me those dreams, casting them into my head. You had your final fantasy. Your redemption is dead. We've experienced The Last of Us. We are no more. I still dare you to pull the plug out of my PlayStation 4. Thank you.
If people did not know that you were a gamer, we now know that you are a gamer.
The quarantine anthem.
Thank you.
Yo,
Yeah.
I love you, Jareni.
It's like, how many games did you list? How many games did you list? That poem is sick.
Yo, I didn't even count. Like, I have systems in here too. Like game consoles and house.
Yo.
I like pieces like that.
Huh?
I like pieces like that. I like that.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yo, I already know. You inspired me. I already know what piece I'm going to do for the end of the night.
All right, I'm excited to hear it.
Yes. All right, we're gonna take another quick break. It's another word from another sponsor. It's really a commercial for one of my latest projects. Is called the J Rose Experience. It's a talk show where I travel to different cities in the U.S. and I interview poets from everywhere. So season 2 was in Atlanta, and episode 3 dropped this week. So here's a little commercial.
Yes.
Tune in, hit the YouTube channel at the Rose Garden Events, follow the Facebook page at the Rose Garden Events, and definitely show some love. It's a great show. I met some amazing people down in Atlanta, and we've got 5 more episodes that are coming to y'all. So definitely stay tuned for that. And I made those commercials, guys. So holla at your girl for graphic design and any video fun stuff like that. Holla at your girl, because you know I'm out here doing a damn thing. Let's keep it going. Who we got up next? What are our next 2 amazing creatives?
So we're coming towards the end because a lot of people didn't come back, but it's all good. We've had an amazing time. We're not at the end yet, but we're getting closer to it. So that said, the Poet Con Roz flyer is fire. I keep seeing an L. My bad. I'm sorry. I done screwed that one up a couple of times.
She fly too, though. She fly too, so don't get it twisted. So,
the Poet Con Roz flyer will be coming up after the one and the only, the artist Anubis. So lay some more on us, artist Anubis. Come on, Anubis. What you got for us one more time?
Anubis.
You're the most.
I want to call you Daddy Kidney. Oh, but sorry. That's. I'll text you.
Okay. No, but you help me decide which one I was gonna do because I couldn't decide. So I'll do the one that I wrote for my daughters. I came up with the concept 10 years ago when my first daughter was born. They're not old enough to hear it yet, but it's definitely dedicated to it. It'll make sense when I do it. But yeah. All right. I've seen queens swallow my words like seeds, spit them out and grow trees bearing fruit that never fall far. I think I have a thing for poets. In high school, I fell in love with my best friend. Her name was Sherry. Now, surely Sherry knew how much more my feelings grew, hair waving like seashores, a mermaid in seashells. I would buy the sea she'd sell just to drown in it. And she was a poet. And I thought her a better poet than I would ever be, the way she regurgitated similes like she vomited her food. Like a volcano spitting lava, as if that volcano's mama told her men preferred their mountains smaller, so she was anorexic. Or was she bulimic? I often forget the difference. I just know I wanted to feed her the way she fed me constellation dreams like a Make-A-Wish kid. I think I have a thing for poets. And I think some poets have a thing for me when I think of those poets for whom I had no feelings to give, though I did give her my virginity. Let's call her Miss Cruz. Now Miss Cruz could rock the boat like a Caribbean cruise, rippled and crashed against my hull as the pressure accrued till I blast like a geyser. I had to brag to my crew, and she was okay with it in hopes my love would rain on her too, but I wasn't chasing waterfalls. I just wanted to screw. So yeah, she was a poet too. The way she swallowed my words like seeds. I mean, the way she siphoned ink from pen. I mean, the way she made the ink bleed from the lines in her arm. I mean, she spit silent soliloquies like the cries in her arm because she didn't want to die. So she lived with self-harm because she just wanted to feel something. and I was just another something that had no feelings for her. But she's good now. We're good now. Her husband hates me though. I guess he thinks I have a thing for poets. My longest scene was a queen with a Coke bottle figure, fully loaded because she didn't know her father figure. When he left, he blamed her mother, but this queen figured if this father figure, she made more to her father figure than the shots he bust, he would have stuck to his guns. Now she's triggered. Now she's squeezing. Afraid I'd be him. Afraid I'd leave, and she kept the barrel to my brain. Afraid she would miss him if she didn't aim right, so I left. And now we're both living life after death because she grew trees bearing fruits that never fall far. Fruits whose faces she frames in photos, posted in pictures without words, because there's no pictures can tell how different she thought her life would develop, but her pictures tell 1,000 words. So yeah, I think I have a thing for poets. And I think I fall in love with a poet. But this time, lavishing my lady in lyrical lullabies and every alliteration of her love languages, beyond her anguishes. But if my greatest loves are poets that found their power in pain, I pray that my daughters are never poets. I pray they'll never experience the same. I pray that my presence and the promise of my life lessons are personified in their blessings, and they'll say, I think I have a thing for poets. But only the poets that remind me of the poets that first fell in love with me beyond my poetry.
Woo! This is like my favorite poem by you, or every poem you do is my favorite poem by you. That was amazing as always.
Yeah, that's like my new favorite one.
So
I can't even.
love it, love it, love it.
Every
love
turn
it.
of phrase was good. Every piece woven together.
Wow.
Amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh.
So thank you, Anubis, for being you and for bringing that to the stage, because we love and adore you like nothing else. So
Facts.
and you are goals. Your skill is goals. I'm just telling you, goals. You see, Germany's even goals, not even lying.
Humble too, mad humble.
But we're gonna keep moving because we moving. We almost done. We have 3 more, but whatever. So on deck will be our one way that wonderful.
I do it all the time too. It's backwards, so I'm like,
Exactly. Will be our wonderful hostess, Mr. Moses. But before we get to her, the poet Conrad Fire, please lay another piece on us.
Hey, y'all.
yes, queen. Unmute yourself.
Oh, no, she wasn't talking to us.
I got you, boo.
I'm yelling at my babies. Close the door.
I yell at my babies too all the time.
Yes. So this is dedicated to Breonna Taylor. Toyin, and I don't know her full name, but she was the 19-year-old tester this summer that is no longer with us. And Tupac for being ahead of his time, and in his time. This is called Triad. 3 trail trotters, tirelessly tiptoeing, trying to transcend trickery. Tricksters tenaciously terrorize traditions to transgressionalize them. Television tickling tension. Thick thieves taunting, tied them to trees to tidy their transgressions. Tough teenagers tiptoeing through tumultuous turmoil, testifying to trenches of toil. Thick thieves transmuting treachery. Tade, A todo madre. Twisted tales teaching tearful toddlers to tattletale, too tender to throw the trash. Typhoon temperatures transversely threatening treason transubstantiate the Trump towers to the thug towers that tabloid talk. Telepathic treachery tortures today to tomorrow, totally trembling, trying to touch, trust. This treason treks trauma, tenuous tenure. Padre, a todo madre, triple threat. Taylor, Toyin, Tupac, the trilogy. Taken to the tomb to translate today's trifling taste buds, terrorizing tales tucked in tuxedos, tuck those torpedoes and tornadoes. Two-faced terrorists, train, treacherous tabernacles, teaching trumpery. Trump, Trumps, Trumpsters, too. Truant teenagers tased to teach them tardiness. Toddlers testifying to trampled trampolines. Tyranny, training teachable triggers, trusted to transmit truths to those that take the time. Though the trumpets tell triumphant tales, true tantalizing transformation takes talent. There trotted three, tenaciously tackling trampled threads, tearing their tank tops, testifying to trickery. Took three torches that torched through and through. Temptation, tests, tried theories, tweakers, taste the tempest, theatric temptresses temporize. Tailored trauma televised, teleprompters taking tallies of the fatalities. These Trumpsters taunt their tenants to teach thrashing to the troops. Then the Tyrannosaurus Rex thunders thunder, tumbling tall timbers, teaching thugs to trot through the trenches. The pterodactyls thwart the tropics topically, treacherous taxation to the trustee. Trim the trash talk, tell us the truth. Trained trolleys trail the tracks trustingly, tipsy tyrants tip tenderly. This thespian's tattletales triumphantly tarnish tomorrow's tribulations. Tension tilts tall tents. Teach the teenagers the thin thickens to time, toothpaste to the toothless. Teeth tell truths transparently taboo. Padre, a todo madre. Tick-tocking towards togetherness, topsy-turvy times transverse the treacherous treaty transparently. Taking time to talk to the triumphantly. Taking time to talk triumphantly to the trampled three. Tupac, Taylor, Toyin. Tupac, Taylor, Toyin. Tupac, Taylor, Toyin. These three. Tupac's testimonials tailored to the times, therapeutically transmuting and teaching tranquility. Tranquility tends to those that turn towards the trajectory.
Yes.
Yo, alliteration sensation over here.
I have never seen a poem do that long. And that was amazing. I was like, how many keywords are there? This is amazing.
Yo, I love that, yo.
Yo, I could never do that many T's, girl.
That was
fire.
I can't, like, wow.
Thank y'all, man.
Yes.
That was a means to show our level of talent. You know, we're brilliance. Everyone is brilliance, but we're brilliance painted black because it is what it is, and we're brilliance. You know, and instead of that was my marching, that was my crying, that was my just hit these words, change some man. You know, so thank y'all for
Thank you. Yes.
Yes, and I'm so glad you came through. We always get, those first timers that always come through and just blow us away. So thank you so much. And usually they end up sticking with us. Ask Sigma.
I'm putting this on.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it going. So we're gonna wrap up tonight. I got a piece to do for y'all, and then of course our amazing special guest host of the night is going to cap it off for us and bring it on home. So please make sure that you stick around because I can't wait for what Dara's gonna bring to the table. I know she was thinking about it, so I can't wait. So Jarenis did a piece earlier that had like all the video games and the video consoles and stuff like that. And I thought that was really dope when people use like multiple titles or like a theme where it's like in their piece. So I have a piece titled Untitled Love. And I'm a big fan of Sade. I don't know if y'all know who she is. She is like the queen of everything.
If they don't know who she is, they need to get their lives right. I'm sorry.
If you know who Sade is, I don't know. We got to reassess this whole relationship. But I wrote a piece. It's very near and dear to my heart. I wrote it to my son's father. He is a great man, and so I used 22 of her song titles in this piece. So some of them are very obvious, and then others are very subliminal. You got to be like probably a super fan to even pick up the titles. But I hope y'all like it. Oh wait, my phone is ringing. All right, chill out. All right. His love is no ordinary love, you see. He gives me more than what I asked for, so his love is more extra than ordinary. And knowing somebody already broke my heart, I wasn't ready for his love. I even played disappearing acts like Houdini, hiding from his love. Because I knew something that good could only kill me at the end. And I tried to forget about him over time, but our story was written in the destiny of our design. And when the stars finally aligned, intervention was divine. I never thought I'd see the day he flipped the script to my universe upside down and turned me into we. Until he found me in another time. A second chance to finally prove his love is strong. And he never gave up on me, Even when I lost sight of my will to exist, he took me by the hand and taught me to feel for my purpose written in Braille across his heart. A true soldier of love, battling my demons right by my side as if things between us never went left. Woo. I get a little emotional. So he saved some of me for me. Oh, sorry. Let me take that back.
You got this.
He's never given up on me, Even when I lost sight of my will to exist, he took me by the hand and taught me to feel for my purpose written in Braille across his heart. A true soldier of love, battling my demons right by my side as if things between us never went left. Talk about unconditional. His heart has rooms filled with pieces of me I'd given him throughout the years, a collection of the best of me. He knew the martyr in me would keep giving until there was nothing left, so he saved some of me for me. He could have used those pieces to build himself a pedestal that would have supported his dreams until they came into fruition. Instead, he saved those pieces for me. So I'll tell you again, his love is no ordinary love. His love is king. Ruling the rhythm of my pleasure with his lover's rock, reviving me with his kiss of life, causing a storm to flow in his touch. Ooh, his touch. A smooth operator blending the music of my moans with his like a serato. But you want to know the real Bahapanti? His mind. A crown adorned with jewels of patience, a great sense of humor and intelligence. He's not just any old smart. He's book and street smart. His mind is like a Howard Library in the middle of Compton, challenging my perspective to provoke consciousness. He's become the Visine to my third eye, clearing the redness so that I can see the truth between the lies. The alarm clock that wakes me up when I'm sleeping on my potential for greatness. He is the diary that I never wrote, the safest place for my crumbled thoughts. He is my king, and nothing can come in between us. Like a tattoo, his existence is carved into the legacy of our tribe, and carrying his seed inside was the sweetest gift, and I will forever cherish the day I made him a father. His name is eternally written across my right rib because I am an extension of he, and he is an extension of me, and we got each other's backs as if we were joined like Siamese. Separately, we may be unstoppable, but together we are impenetrable because you see, our love is no ordinary love. Our love is hidden in the outskirts of paradise, somewhere in between the moon and the sky, where it grows like a wild flower of the universe. It inspires others through its ability to stand the test of time, perfectly imperfect with its share of hurdles and triumphs. There's nothing in this world like it. We are two of one. It's funny how at first this was all about his love, but in the end, it's all about our love. That's the end of my piece.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Woo. Woo. Sometimes I can't get through that piece without crying. Real talk.
Woo.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing piece. That's why.
Woo.
It's one of those.
That was amazing.
All right. Before I start crying. All right, without further ado, because thugs don't cry, all right?
No. It is okay if they do cry. It's all good.
I know. But without further ado, we're gonna wrap up tonight with our final performance for the night. I just want to say before we go to your performance, Dara, I just want to thank you so much for coming through and being a part of tonight. I would not have been able to do this as successfully and smoothly. Trust me, I'm a hot mess without a partner in crime. So thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. And anytime Leah or myself cannot make it, we will be sliding in your DMs like, "What's up, Dara? You good? You got?"
And I'll be here. And I'll be here.
Thank you. So without further ado, please give a warm welcome and for our final performance from Dara Kalima. Woo!
Thank you. So, half of this room has heard this poem, the other half hasn't. So y'all just whatever. But I'm gonna try to do it differently because Anubis told me to do it differently, and I don't know if I'm gonna be successful because I haven't read it since he told me to do it differently. But we'll see what happens.
You got
ready?
It.
It is an abridged account. I'm gonna say that again. An abridged account of my encounters with racism. 1. In 5th or 6th grade, the pastor in my school showed up in blackface. 2. Racism was written in my history books that talked more about Miles Standish than Samoset. 3. And within the lessons that focused on John Brown and not Nat Turner. 4. It showed up when our white math/gym teacher thought it was appropriate to put his hands on a black child in front of his classmates, like we would let him get away with that in a majority black school. 5. His mom used her privilege to yell at us kids for speaking up against his abusive behavior. Oh, in kindergarten, my white presenting teacher punished me for wanting to learn more. How dare I? I met racism in high school when I had to move to the mediocre table when I had to move to the mediocre math table that just happened to be browner because it was assumed I couldn't keep up with my friends. Racism hung out at the vacant brick lots I grew up seeing in the Bronx, rubble of property fires and community divestments. 9. After a botched surgery, my surgeon didn't listen when I complained, nor did the lawyers. It took over 2 years, almost 3 years of doctor's visits and living in agony to get a diagnosis. They just refused to listen to this black girl. Yep, racism. 10. I heard about it in Crown Heights. 11. There was also that dude named Rodney King. 12. The news that broke out about Abner Louima broke my heart, made me outraged, and taught me to fear at the same time. 13. I got passed up for a cab on my birthday, on my graduation day, on a regular day, probably yesterday and most definitely tomorrow. 14, racism found me at my job when I got paid less than the white man. 15, it also found me when I walked into a different interview and they sighed when I arrived. 16, and the other time when I sat in the waiting room for longer than the actual interview itself. Racism kicked me on the train without an apology. It also sat on my lap and squeezed me out of my seat. Sean Bell was a friend of a friend. Sandra Bland went to high school with a colleague. Racism ignored me when I tried to step up. When I tried to speak up, it asked me, will I ever just get to exist, as if I had any say in that? And of course, they meant exist to white standards. Racism forgot to invite me on girls-only trips, and locally and nationally. It stuck its fingers in my hair, at my job, at a fundraiser, at a retreat. Racism followed me around stores. It made my church a tourist stop. It made my poverty an ethnic attraction. It stood on my stairs and took pictures. It told me my braids were acceptable, but never get dreadlocks. 33, racism met me and my mom in a restaurant in Midtown Manhattan. 34, and before I was born, when my mom was denied good grades because, Black folks aren't allowed that. 35, it also showed up at the fake abortion clinic in the Bronx that cared more about the unborn Black fetuses than the actual circumstances of would-be mothers or the resulting children born into suffering. Thankfully, I made it to the right clinic. 36, it was revealed to me, and when I realized why my great-grandmother could barely read. 37, racism filled my lungs, limiting its ability. 38, it tastes like quarter waters, potato chips, sour powers, canned vegetables, French fries, and pizza. It's the high fructose flavored, overly sugared, and the way too salty, low quality food that was cheap to eat because fresh fruit was literally too far away, out of reach, and expensive to eat. Racism was terrible for my body, but yummy for my tongue. 39, and it exists in the huns and the dismissals of what I say, and the talking over me, and the demand that I switch my tongue for their ears' ease. 40, it found me the first day a stove-heated straightening comb touched my hair, and every time since that I had to tame my mane. Oh, and racism met me at, actually, this was only an abridged list, because I could go on and at length, and even as far back to when my great-great-great-great-great-grandmothers on ships and in tobacco fields, because I still carry their DNA, which means it met me then too. 42, it'll meet me tomorrow as well.
Oh, man.
Talk that truth.
Sis, Lord Jesus.
Oh, man. Yo, this is the second time I heard this, and I heard so many different things I didn't catch the first time. Like, it was amazing. You said I switched my tongue for their ears' needs. I was just like,
yeah.
What?
Was that better, Anubis? You told me to change it up. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Do that.
Oh, there you go. You're
No,
good. There's like a delay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I loved it. I feel like you put me in the chopping block on that thing. It was very cool. I could put it on me.
No, that was amazing, Dara. You're just a phenomenal writer. What'd you write? You've written like 1,000 poems, right? In like 3 months.
So no, Lifetime. I will, for the record, Lifetime is the first time I'm announcing it. For Lifetime poems, I just hit 1,400. Since we've been sheltered in place at 100, so I've been sheltered for 192 days. I have written 250. Today just makes 256 poems in that time.
Dang, girl.
Give it up.
That
right,
I don't even know. Like,
barely want to sign my name half the time, and you over here writing a poem every day. Amazing. Well, guys, we're gonna wrap up a little bit early. We usually end around 11, but we're gonna wrap up. Thank you so much for sticking around and doing these 2 rounds with us. If you did register through Eventbrite, you'll get an email with all the performers' information. If you didn't and you still want the info, just hit me up, slide in the DMs. I'll make sure you get everybody's info in case you missed it. Make sure y'all follow each other. I'm just gonna plug a couple things that I got going on real quick. So if you follow,
are you plugging this one again?
Yes. If you follow me at My Crumble Thoughts or the Rose Garden events, you can hit the link in the bio and go to the online shop. Get yourself the Writers Unblocked Journal. It was created and designed by myself and our Virtual Voices co-host Leah V. There's prompts, there's activities, there's games in here for writers. We worked really hard on making this really creative. And starting in October, we'll start doing some more stuff where those of you that have purchased can come to Virtual Voices and share some of your entries. So look forward for that. But yeah, follow me on the gram. You can find everything on the link in the bio. I don't have to go into that many other details. Other than that, everybody, please stay safe. Please stay hopeful. You know, we are fighting for justice every single day. And let me tell you, they're not just going to hand it to us on a silver platter. So that means that we have to keep fighting. And how is that going to happen? We have to vote these people out of here. We have to vote the right people into office. We have to be involved in our communities. It's not just posting something in your story or on Instagram. You know, it goes further than that. So take action in your communities. And be kind to one another. At the end of the day, like, people are gonna remember you for how you made them feel and how you treated them. They're not gonna give a shit about your accomplishments as much as how you made them feel. That's what they're gonna walk away with. So be kind to one another. You know, being nice, it does not cost that much, doesn't cost anything, you know. You actually use less energy to actually be nice to a person than it is.
And it makes a world of difference. You don't know whose life you're impacting just by being nice to them one day.
I made this conscious decision to say hello to people when I walk past them, whether I know them or not. And I noticed that when I started doing that, I just feel so much better throughout my day. Like, I say good morning to people and they're like, oh, good morning. And they say good morning back. And I can see the surprise in them. And then I can see that they felt good, that they were acknowledged by a stranger in a positive way. So maybe try something like that, you know, say hello to people as you walk past, smile, you know, stuff like that can help you. Look, Jareni's got hers. Come on, y'all, get your journal, guys. Get your journal. If you're in the New York City area, we can definitely arrange a meetup so you can save on the shipping costs. But if you're far away, we can definitely ship it out to you guys. I have a lot of things coming up in October, like workshops and a lot of like really dope collaborations with organizations on the West Coast. So please stay tuned for that. Follow. Dara, where can everybody follow you so that they can stay connected as well? Because you have a lot going on too with Poetics.
I do. I have Poetics U. I have the Art of Breathing and Writing. I'm temporarily running Spoken Word 101, which is an event that workshop that happens here in the Bronx. I think we have 3 more sessions before we're done for the year. But I'm doing a lot. I do a lot too. So we do. So Callie's Camera is where you find me. You can also hit me up on my website, which is darakm.com. That's darakm.com. And that'll get you to everything, to how to find me. It gets you to all my social media. It gets you to my blog. It gets you to new poems. It gets you to videos I dropped. All of that stuff is there. It's a great place to like, oh, there's Dara. And then you get to learn my story too. But yeah, I got Poetics U, which is a school that we're starting for poetry, which some people are part of. One person's going to lead a class soon. But I'm still pointing in the wrong direction. One person's going to lead a class soon. And so he putting his hood on because he know I'm pointing at him. So we got some dope stuff coming up. And again, if you like to breathe and if you're blocked in your writing, you get to the journal, but you can also come visit us at the Art of Breathing and Writing, because we focus on meditation and using writing as a form of meditation. So there's a lot going on. I'm here for it. I'm here for you because we got to support each other. So follow me on wherever she shows you on Instagram at Callie's Camera. And it's actually Callie's Camera because everyone says it wrong. And then, or you go to darakm.com. So Callie's Camera on Instagram or whatever you find me. I'm just happy to be here. Thank you so much, J Rose and Leah B, for letting me step in. Like, Leah got some big shoes to follow, and she's like one of the most fire poets out here, just like you are, like killing it too. So like, just to be like, once the ask came out, there was no question, there was no hesitation, there was the rest of the stuff off my calendar. I'm going to be there and support because these queens are amazing. So thank you for even thinking.
I love you, Dara. Those of you out there, thanks for tuning in. Please share the Facebook stream. If you want a video of your performance, please reach out to me directly and I can work on getting that out to you. I love you guys. Keep growing. Everybody have a great weekend. As of October, Virtual Voices will be every first and third Friday. So we're slowing things down a bit. It will not be every Friday. I'm sorry, but I think it's, we have a lot of stuff going on and I need to be able to have time to be productive in other places in my life. Leah as well. So we're moving it to every first and third Friday and give you guys a little bit of a break. AC, I know you out here, come through every Friday. So we're going to give you a little bit of a break now, okay?
But don't slack, and you still got to be here on the Fridays in which they're doing it. So every first and third Friday, you still got to be here.
I think it'll be cool because it'll create more sense of urgency because it's only twice a month. So people probably want to make sure they go out of their way to come through. People kind of take you for granted when you're there every Friday. They're like, oh, I'll come next week. But if we have a few twice a month, people might be like, oh, I'm going to go because there won't be another one for another 2 or 3 weeks. So I hope to see y'all back. Love y'all. Have a great weekend. Keep growing. Peace, y'all. Behave yourselves. Don't do anything I would do. Bye.